Hello and welcome to another episode of Dental Lab Insights. Now today I'm delighted to welcome Elvis Dahl, who's the Director of Operations at Summer Dental and also creator of the industry podcast Voices from the Bench. Elvis, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So first of all, I wanted to ask you about the podcast. Can you just tell us a bit about that and what it's aimed at?
Yeah, so a little over a year ago, my co-host is Barbara Wojin from Florida. We are very passionate about the industry and wanted to bring to the industry a way for anybody, no matter where your location. We wanted to bring the industry to a positive light by allowing everybody to be able to speak their mind and to hear it.
Fantastic. And just, I guess, access the information in another way, which
absolutely
podcast allows you to do.
Yep.
And so, are you finding that there are certain subjects that people are particularly into in terms of the podcast?
Yeah, things that have to do with state regulation are real popular.
Okay.
And also things with 3D printing are
Right.
very popular.
Yeah.
They seem to bring the most downloads.
Yeah, interesting.
But really, we want to showcase anybody within our industry. Small lab, large lab, vendor, technician, non-technician, finance, all of it. We want to be able to bring it all together.
Yeah, interesting. You mentioned labs. I guess we've seen a lot of changes in recent years, digital transformation and so on. What's your kind of take on the dental industry, the lab sector at the moment?
Well, we spend a lot of time on how to market to dentists. I think in order to grow our industry as a whole, in order for everyone to be successful, I think we need to educate the public.
Right.
We are all making a product to the best of our abilities, but the final consumer, the patient, really has no idea what a good restoration is. How can you sell a product when the consumer doesn't even know what they're buying?
Yeah.
I think an educated public will grow our industry, make us more relevant in the industry, and in turn, improve everyone's lab.
Fabulous. I guess podcasts are one way of doing that. And are there any other kind of channels you think that lab owners should be looking at perhaps to help promote what they're doing?
Well, everyone's talking social media. Podcast is kind of a new medium here within our industry. Really anything they can do just to improve education.
Yeah.
We're not selling a product anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're selling a service and we're selling information.
So you mentioned that 3D printing is something of real interest in your podcast. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because it's new, and I think a lot of labs have not decided on which printer to get. They're reluctant because all of a sudden we went from almost no printers to a lot of printers.
Right.
And even in our lab, I didn't know which one to get.
Right.
You got salespeople coming in and they give you the spiel, but to be able to listen to other lab people that have experienced ones they shouldn't have bought or ones that they're glad that they bought, we're able to show everybody, real life situations. And I think everyone's a little afraid to get into it. So hearing it from other technicians on the podcast allows them to understand that it's okay to make a mistake.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think? I mean, what is the impact of the 3D printing on a lab's operation? I mean, in your experience, what can it do for a lab?
Well, I think good labs and smart labs are getting on board. I think it's early, but I think it's eventually going to replace all manufacturing techniques.
Right.
I think the mill is going to be gone eventually.
Right. Wow. So really a revolutionary product.
It's an additive rather than a subtractive manufacturing.
Right.
And subtractive, you have so much waste and upfront cost. While additive, you don't have any waste.
Yeah.
It's all come out of a resin or a puddle, as they say.
Yes. And are there any other sort of technology trends that you're seeing, like the 3D printer, that you think can truly kind of revolutionize the lab process?
Well, I think we all know that digital impressions are big. I think they're only going to get better. And I think it's only going to improve what a dentist is able to give us rather than us getting the information. It's not so much about them sending us the work. Yeah. It's about them becoming better dentists because they see what we've been seeing for years.
Yes, yeah. And do you feel that you're getting closer to maybe more of a partnership with dentists because of this sort of technology you're adopting?
It helps.
Yeah.
It really does. They like the communication. They like to be able to see what they're going to get before we even start to make it. I think that's important to a lot of dentists.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Elvis, thank you very much for your input today. It's been very interesting
Thank you.
to meet you. And yeah, really good to
Appreciate
see you.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Stay tuned for another episode of Dental Lab Insights.